Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to show you some interesting things on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I haven't made these things up. I'm not sure if anybody's done the PlayStation yet on the Nintendo Switch, but certainly the other things in the video were done by other people. So if you want to search it out, just check it out on Google and other YouTube videos and you will find it. Now, should you be doing this stuff? Well, none of this is supported by Nintendo. It can be a pain to set up, and in the instance of streaming over to the Nintendo Switch, it doesn't work well at all because there's huge lag. Nevertheless, it's still interesting. It's kind of fun doing this sort of stuff. Hopefully you will enjoy the video. So first of all, we have the PlayStation 4 Pro streaming over to here. Now, I've got the Switch Pro controller connected up to it, but this is not connected to the Nintendo Switch. This is connected back to the PlayStation 4 Pro. So what's happening here? Well, what is happening is my PlayStation 4 Pro is doing remote play to a little laptop, and then my laptop is streaming over to this one here, hence the amount of lag. If you're interested in how to do this, just Google this here, REMX launcher, and then you will be able to find info on it. So, as you can see, it's working here, but this isn't actually playing on the Nintendo Switch. If I was to move the controls here, they don't actually do anything on the screen. Right, okay, let me just show you Horizon Zero Dawn. Right, okay, so I mean it does look nice on the Nintendo Switch. I've obviously had to put all the settings very low to get it to be any bit usable, and it's still not usable. You couldn't actually play this game because you'll see in a minute with the amount of lag involved. But so all that's actually happening here is it's just behaving like a remote desktop. So for example, if you were to use something like TeamViewer, where you control your desktop, your laptop or your PC from your mobile phone or another computer, that's all that's happening. But you get the idea of there, but you see, because of the huge amount of lag, then it's not playable. But who knows what's going to happen in the future? Because this would be a handy feature, especially for those of you that love your PC games. Then you could have something on the go, and if you could just stream from your PC over to here, then that would be pretty good, because you're using the power of the PC and then you're using this just via the internet, just the same way as you would use something like PlayStation Now. Okay, but you get the idea of it there. Right, okay, let me show you some other interesting stuff. On the right Joy-Con and also on the Pro controller, you're going to have a light ring that goes around the home button, and that's going to light up to let you know that you've got a notification. So let me just turn the lights off to show you that in more detail. There you go, you can see it lighting up. And this is an example of it flashing. Now on the Joy-Cons and also the Pro controller, we have something called HD Rumble, which is this little box here. Now, although it doesn't look much, it is actually very clever how it works, and it's different than traditional Rumble, because traditional Rumble was basically just a motor with an off-centered weight on it, and then what would happen is, as the motor starts to spin the weight, because it's off-centered, it would cause a vibration, a wobble like this, and the quicker it went, the more it would wobble, and the more the controller would wobble. But with this, it's different, and because of this, it allows a much more varied amount of wobble and also different pitches as well. So a good way to illustrate this is to play some Joy-Con music. Now, I didn't do this. This was done by somebody very clever over on gbatemp.net. Have a look at Joy-Con Toolkit. Then you will be able to download this, and it's a theme tune, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to guess it. Hopefully you will all be able to hear it and we'll all recognise what it is. Now, because it's so quiet, I'm going to have to put it in some baking trays just to allow the vibrations to go through, and hopefully it will amplify it up a little bit. Right, so here we go now. See if you can recognise this. Put it down in the comments if you do recognise it. pretty sure all of you will recognise that. Hopefully you can hear it. But that just shows you the amount of variation that you have on the vibration feature off the Joy-Cons with the HD Rumble. Another great way to use the launcher that I showed you at the beginning of the video is to stream over some emulated games. So I'm going to show you some Sega Master System games and also some Sega Megadrive games. So these are still running on a nearby laptop and it's just streaming onto here. But the good thing is, this time we are actually going to use the inputs from the Joy-Con. And when we put it in docked mode, we can use the inputs from the Pro Controller, or if you want it in tabletop mode, then you can use the Pro Controller instead. But we're just using the browser inputs, so we can only press A, and then we've only got up, down, left and right, or we can use the analog stick. So we're going to be very limited to the games we can play. They have to be 5 buttons or less. So I'm just going to show you an old Master System game called Bubble Bobble. So let me move over to this emulator here. Right, just do one player. Now you can use the buttons here or the analog stick once we press it in. And believe it or not, when you do it this way, there isn't that much lag. So if you look, can you see? And it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. And then we've pressed that one in, we can now use the analog stick. Right, so let me just try to do a couple of levels on this, just to show it working. So the idea is that you've just got to trap these in a bubble, and then you go on to the next level, and it's trying to get as far as possible. I haven't played this game in years. Right, so that's that level complete. And as you get further on, the levels will get harder. But as you can see, look, it's pretty responsive. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on how good your Wi-Fi is. I'm using a 5 GHz signal at the moment. Right, let me show you some other games. Okay, so here we have California Games on the Sega Megadrive, and I'm just going to practice one of the events. And I think I'm going to do surfing. Now you're supposed to do tricks and go under the wave and stuff, but I need to get in front of the wave before I can practice a jump. But obviously with the lag here, it's slightly harder because normally you kind of weave like that to get a bit of speed up. There you go, so I'm just under the wave now. Let me see if I can get in front of it to try and do the jump. Right, here we go now. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I used to be able to do 360s and everything and go all the way round. Go on. No. I'm sure I used to be able to go all the way round, either top or bottom. Okay, so let's do one more game. We're going to do this in docked mode, and let's choose Sonic, one of the old favourites. Okay, so here we have the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's put it in the dock and play it on the TV using the Pro Controller. Right, and as you can see, left and right, jump. And it is quite responsive, it's not too bad. Again, there's no sound, and also it's dropping loads of frames as well. So obviously, would you do this in real life? Well, you might as well just go and buy Sonic on the Nintendo Switch and you know it's going to be perfect. But this is just, this is just a bit of fun, really. And there you go, it's frozen up. Right, so obviously it's full of glitches and problems, but it does work to a certain degree. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care, bye now.